Thanks for joining me for That's the Way It Is. I'm your host, BC. Daytona Beach, Florida. Let me tell you what's going on or what happened down there this week. So a man was going down the road and he looks out and he sees a couple kids banging on the window screaming for help. So he turns his car around and follows them. And what had happened, and let's go a little earlier. What had happened is 911 got a call and a girl said that her sister is hearing voices and they need to check on her. She was told that we don't do that. That's right, she was told we don't do that. Now, a couple hours later, guy's following a minivan. The minivan goes out into the sand and goes into the water. Well, the man jumps out of his car, runs, grabs two boys, gets them up. Well, grabs one of the boys, gets them on shore. Another guy grabs another kid, and a lifeguard goes out there and gets a small girl, about 3 years old, out the front seat. Two boys in the back seat was 10 and 9. All right, the lady who's pregnant is on the shore and walks away. They said like she's possessed. That's right, she walked away like she's possessed. So the cops get there, they question the lady and see no reason to detain her. That's right, they see no reason to detain her. So they let her go. Now, we're talking about a lady in a minivan tried to, well, she thought the ocean was a car wash. No, she didn't think it was a car wash. She was trying to kill herself and her kids too. And the only explanation that I've been able to find out is they said that the lady came out of an abusive relationship. Oh, wait a minute. You got 4 kids, one on the way. You know, 3 kids, 1 on the way. And you just drove your minivan into the ocean to try to kill you all because you came out of a bad relationship. Number 1, that's crazy. Number 2, yeah, she's hearing voices, alright. And the voices ain't saying nothing good. You know, I think that some of those voices probably work up at the White House. Anyway, so the cops release her. One cop follows her for about 4 hours, and they come up with an idea that the only way they can detain her is there's a law that they don't normally use when they suspect someone with mental illness. Now, granted, you know, I can understand nothing of that. I can understand them putting her in a mental hospital and they took the kids. The state took the kids. Now, I'm not a firm believer in the state doing anything. The state is good for not a whole lot. You know, I mean, they can pick up the garbage out of the road. They're good at that. They're good at paying somebody to do that. They're good about blowing money. But as far as taking care of kids, because if you've seen anything with the school system, you know the state is not doing that great. And I'm thinking that any state, because every state that I looked at had problems with the school system. You know, they need somebody to go in there and clean it up what they need. But anyway, so she's in the mental hospital, the state takes the kids, and they're calling it a day. I'm sorry, if that had been me, they would have locked me up right then, if nothing else, for littering. Driving a litter in the ocean by putting, you know, a crappy minivan into it. You know, what planet are we on, people? You know, another story is, and I can't remember where it was at, is this guy and woman, they hook up 6 months earlier. She goes into the military, I think she's in Texas somewhere training, and she leaves her small child with the man. Now, granted, she's only been dating this man 6 months now, and she trusts him enough to leave her kid with him. I'm gonna tell you what, there's people I've known for years and I would trust him with my kid. So what was she thinking? Anyway, so the guy sexually abused the girl. He's burning her, he's biting her, and the only way they found this out is they he had to take the little girl to the hospital, and said that she was jumping on the bed and fell off. Well, they suspected something when they seen the teeth marks. Excuse me. So they found teeth marks on the girl. The little girl died from blows to the head. That's right, from blows to the head. Now I'm gonna tell you what. That's someone who needs to be put in a room and have somebody go in there and just beat the, I mean, goodness gracious, folks. And the mother, I don't think she needs to get off scot-free either. And that's my personal opinion. Who in their right mind is going to meet somebody, date them for 6 months, and then leave your child with them? That's right, you're going to leave your child with them? And folks, what are we doing? You know, like I've been saying, you know, people are pushing their kids off on video games. They're, you know, they're taking their imagination away from them, because you know what? If you want your kids to have imagination, put them outside to play in the sunshine. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, of what we're doing with our kids. This guy needs to be beaten to an inch of his life. You know, they're trying to, they're getting him off the death penalty by saying he was an abused child and he didn't have a great childhood. Well, you know what? If you ask 97% of this planet didn't have a great childhood, and, you know, in some way, shape, or form, people had some kind of, you know, even though it may not come from home, but everybody's been through some kind of an abuse. You know, it probably was verbal abuse, you know, kids picking on you. It could be anything. You know, but this guy needs to be beaten to an inch of his life, then thrown in jail, and let the prisoners have their way. You know, and I can hear people now saying, well, you know, that's really not a Christian thing to do. Well, I'm sorry, that guy took a little girl's life, and he tortured that little girl before he killed her. You know? And yeah, I know the Bible says, you know, forgive and all, but I'm going to tell you what, people, we are not doing our kids justice. And I don't know what it's going to take for people to wake up. Wake up!